We're back here. We're back at the 100th Bomb Group Museum at Thorpe Abbotts, and we're back for another look around. There's been a few changes since our last visit, so we'll give you a little look round, shall we? The original stoves. There we go. Ooh. Autopilot and remote control equipment. So I assume that would have been associated with the Norden bomb site, because the bomb owner would take control of the plane for the bomb run.
Yeah.
The pilot would switch over to him.
So that's good. Yeah. Do you remember I was wondering where the gas rattle went that used to be in the there it is.
Ah, gas rattle again, the bell, all clear bell. The old rally bike.
Ah, yeah. There was so many that would run that base.
Oh yeah, well, those are pretty much the main means of transport around these airfields with bicycle.
They tried to use jeeps on the narrow roads, but
yeah, a lot of them had a few mishaps.
There's a very funny picture in Century Bombers actually of that.
Yeah.
Red Cross vehicles labelled very clearly, just in case of essentially targeting.
This is a model obviously of this how it would have looked. So you've got the tower, you've got the night flying equipment store, which is the building next door to us over there. And it's lovely. That's your control tower that's lit up, yeah. Oh, there's like a sort of clear perspex wall, so you can actually see what the inside will look like. That's not bad, is it?
Oh, well, it's haha. Yeah,
well, that's an essential part of the building, isn't it?
Yeah, you know. You can see inside, you can see the actual, what would have been...
Yeah, a little workshop there with the benches. That is cracking. Oh, it's not bad, is it? That's an F model. Note the absence of the chin turret. That just gives it away as an F. So what's this one? Oh, there's no ident numbers or anything on it, so it could be any. Could be any of them. Could even be Flak Shack. That is beautiful. Well made. This is more or less what this area might have looked like.
Okay.
In 1945.
Yeah.
This is intriguing as well. This because this actually drops down into the ground.
Yeah, it does.
So it elevates up on a hydraulic jack in the middle. We can actually.
I can't remember what it was for. I think it was generally a bomb shelter.
It was a guard post, sort of machine gun post. So there you go, you've got your big hydraulic jack in the middle there that lifts this concrete lid up. Retractable pillbox, yeah, that's it. That was the word I was looking for. Yeah, incredible thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so this is the former night flying equipment store. And it's got some fascinating stuff. Oxygen tank. Main wheel off a B-17. Lots of bits of plane. There's some. We probably featured these on the previous video, but yeah, this gives you the information of the raids, where they went, when, and obviously the losses they suffered. I won't focus too much on any one thing, as it's up to you guys to come and visit and read it all for yourselves. Mechanic.
And then 44 or 74.
Yeah, your ball turret. It was always the smallest guy of the crew that ended up in there.
Yeah, you look inside and you realise just quite how squished in you'd have to be.
That'd be quite a small guy to get in there, wouldn't you?
Like British
So you
tank.
got
Short arses in British tank.
portable generator.
Like my dad in Uncle Wolf.
Yeah, even the rear turrets are quite a squeeze.
What's this one from? This is from the 385th.
Came from Weedham Marshes. Oh, that was where it was discovered.
So what's that? Also Liberator rear turret. Oh my goodness me. Original cockpit side window. Front windscreen.
Had to be to pierce through sheet metal, but much like a lot of things, it doesn't quite register.
Yeah, I think they look like 303 rounds.
Yeah. Much like a lot of things, it doesn't quite register the scale that you're working with until you see it up close. It's,
Yeah.
you know.
It's got your oxygen tanks there.
Yeah.
Obviously for the heights they were flying at, they needed the oxygen to breathe.
Yeah, there's smaller emergency oxygen in the cases still as well.
I think we featured this bit in a previous video, but you got the
Yeah. She has to,
bullet marks
Bloody
from
hell.
Shihasta. Sadly the gunner was killed. Oh, one of the wing tanks.
Oh, the missions list.
The missions, yeah.
They were not from here. They're from.
No. Where are they from?
This list of missions relates to missions for the B-24 Liberators at the 2nd Air Division, probably the 448th based at Seething. But it was.
Seething, yeah. Or Horham, I think. I think Horham was a Liberator base as well.
Yeah, it was just a part of somebody's. Just part of somebody's workshop for a while.
It's a bit of history.
Yeah.
Precision item of equipment. Oh my goodness, wow.
Yeah, it's looking almost complete.
Wow.
Engine parts and front belong to a Wright Cyclone. This is the engine fitted to the B-17s. They're just being refurbished and assembled by museum volunteers and will be a permanent exhibition site in the engine shed next door. That'll be where we just were. I mean, it's really coming along. Bloody hell, is it coming along? You know.
Lots of bits of B-17 as well.
Yeah.
There's your map of the airfield, and we're on the currently on the north side up here.
Control tower up there, yeah.
That bit of the taxiway still survives. Up to about there, I think that's where the lane comes through.
Yeah, that's
That bit still survives. That bit as well, down as far as there, because that's the lane that goes down.
You
And
can
then
still see
that's
some-
mostly gone. I think that's been cut down to like one vehicle width. But yeah, runways have gone mostly. I think there's a little bit of the runway.
Yeah.
I think that bit still survives.
You can still see some of the scarring in the ground from an aerial view, but you can't walk along most of it now because it's farmland.
Yeah. Okay, so right, let's go and have a look inside the tower again.
Had for a while a very large photo archive, and I thought that I saw. Sorry, give me a minute to think. I thought I saw the nose of Flagstaff on one of those, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So this is a different view. This is looking.
South.
This is the reverse, isn't it? It's your north and south.
Yeah.
So Hardstand 15 was
Right
here.
there, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a model of Squawking Hawk.
Quite impressive what Squawking Hawk managed to do.
Yeah. And again, it's all these little personal things that sort of brings more of the story to life for you.
Yeah. Oh, there's a hand-drawn sketch by Lieutenant Pete DeLeo.
Oh wow.
That's what it would looks like inside one of the compartments, the nose gun.
Oh, they actually got the gun through the
Yeah.
through the nose of it.
Yeah, I suppose that would be how you'd aim. It'd be very odd to control. You would be feeling the full force of,
That's quite unusual because a lot of them they didn't have that. That's like an after.
Oh.
What do you call it? Retrofit.
Oh, right.
They've actually obviously cut a hole in the nose plexi to mount a 50 cal.
Yeah. It must have been quite difficult to control, thinking about it. You're taking the full force of the wind in the face of the plane.
Because originally on the F models you didn't have, all you had was a couple of guns. You had like one either side of the nose, your top turret, your ball turret, and your side and your tail. And there was a known weak point, the front of the plane, and the Luftwaffe would often attack the formations from the front because there was very little defence.
Yeah.
Obviously until the F model came out, which had the remotely controlled turret underneath the front, which had 250 cals, so they got a bit of protection on the front of it. Oh, that's a bit more. So you tend to think of the cockpit of a B-17 as being bigger, don't you? But you look at it there,
It's quite small.
and it's actually quite narrow. And so you've got your pilot sat here, co-pilot there, and it is quite narrow. So you've got the side of the side screen here. Yeah, it's quite a cramped.
You've got to fit in so many, bombs and engine parts that you don't. You look at it, you think it's massive. There must be space, but there's barely any.
That's your blip on top of the nose, which is that bit you can see in the front there. Yeah, that's incredible. So, quite relevant to what I'm doing at the moment. There we go, camera equipment.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me, I've got to get some film from a box brownie.
Oxygen tanks. Oh, that gate is sextant.
There's your oxygen cylinders. Massive.
Oh, your emergency life raft stuff here. So you got your dinghy.
Ah, yes.
And your
Gibson Girl.
what was it called? Gibson Girl.
Gibson Girl radio, yeah. Hand cranked. That's one of the earlier models because you can see it's got, I think it's 3 modes. One is an automatic alarm, which is SOS.
Yeah.
One is just a continuous A, and then another is manual keying.
Ah, okay. Wow.
So, yes, Gibson Girl, one of the few survival radios that can scream at you in Morse code.
Yeah.
I suppose it would work, it's good for tracking down where the person is if you can give them a continuous signal.
Yeah. So that's got a radio aerial there and sort of a form of a kite, so you can get a bit more, a bit more range and reception.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. And there's a heated flying suit.
Yeah, electrically heated, I believe.
Yeah. Could do something like that for van camping.
Your complete high-flying wardrobe. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, the garden of the carbine. Massive.
Yeah, the carbine. Decent rifle, the carbine. Whoa, big old thermos, that fella.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that one.
Mission flask for in-flight refreshment.
Yeah. Keep your coffee hot. Flying kit. And a couple more 50 cals.
Specific types of helmets.
They're big old buggers, them things, aren't they?
I know. They're the size of me.
Yeah. much more effective than the 303s that the RAF were using.
Browning M2s, that's the boys. Christ.
Radio transmitter BC640B, 1943 vintage radio transmitter of the type used at Thorpe Abbotts.
And the telephone switchboard to its right.
Weighs 1/4 of a tonne. Jeez. 26 mile range, that's not bad.
Pretty good.
That is a massive bit of kit.
Technology has come so far.
And the old
Remains so
little
similar.
telephone exchange, what they used to call a doll's eye telephone exchange, because the little indicators used to flip down like the eyes of an old fashioned china doll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, resting God to American flyers.
Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of, wheeled and soared and swung high in a sunlit silence. Hovering there I've chased the shouting wind along, and flung my eager craft through footless knolls of air. Low up the long delirious burning blue I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew, and while with silent lifting mind I've trod high and trespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic piece of equipment.
I remember rightly the USAF were the first out of the Allies to have bomb sights.
They were the only ones of the Allies to have the bomb sight. They wouldn't let the RAF have it.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I know the RAF did have a way of that.
Yeah.
It was better than
But
dead
it
reckoning,
was
but
nowhere near as precise as the
No.
Northern bomb sight.
involved a lot of breeze pencils.
Yeah. Upstairs. Wow. Oh, the artwork from the Sergeants Club.
I'll be there in a minute.
Wow. And this, it's tapestry.
Yeah.
Incredible. Oh, more artwork there, look. From the Sergeants Club. The bottom seed potato tray. Look, the old rectory.
Oh,
The old rectory.
the old
Which
rectory.
was Rectory Gardens, which is now Moorwood.
There's another model there. That's 25864.
That's another 148 scale, I should imagine probably a Revel model, the one I've just bought.
That's they actually photographed this in the Foundation. The code has been changed since because of the fact that originally it was a plane that never crashed. So they're like, we'll switch it for the sake of historical accuracy.
There's the uniforms.
Strange.
So this is the map of the missions.
Yep.
43. So he arrived late 43 then.
Bit later on.
Wow.
14th, no mission. Wait, I'm just having a cheeky little wander up. Oh yeah, that's his first.
Oh, Trondheim,
flight,
yeah. The submarine pens up at Trondheim. Yeah, they hit those a few times.
Yeah.
There's a right into Poznan, which I think was I believe the V2 rocket site.
Oh.
It would have been quite sort of later on. This is stuff, I love all this stuff, the photos.
Personal. Oh. Just a snapping.
Oh, Winging a Prayer by Harry H. Crosby. Nice cross there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the two buggies.
Very good book. Very, very good book. It's a cracking model there. Look at that.
Oh.
Wow.
There's your pictures of the...
flying jackets.
Bloody gorgeous they are.
Incredible, aren't they? They've got their own stamp on them, their own art.
Oh, Reluctant Dragon, yeah.
Wow. Torchy.
Clean sweep. Someone did some impressive work.
Amazing. Oh, look at the wedding dress made from, looks like it's made from a parachute.
It is, yeah. If I'm remembering rightly.
Yeah.
Oh. Impressive. Oh my god. That was weird. Oh, that's Robert Wolf. There was actually a very conscious effort from at least the RAF after the Great Escape to say it is no longer considered to be your duty to escape because it would, you know, while people would get out, it would harm so many more lives.
Exactly, yeah. Because the Nazis shot, was it 50 airmen, wasn't it, just to set an example and to put the message across.
Because before all of that happened, it was considered to be, you know, neglecting your duty if you didn't try and escape. But, you know, unfortunately, they had to learn the hard way why that wasn't a good idea.
The bunker over the back there, yeah, the over there is a hardened bunker. It was the battle headquarters. Basically, if the airfield main headquarters ever got struck and attacked, they could then retreat to the bunker over in the wood there and control everything from that.
It's just been stripped down to bones by now.
Yeah.
It's private property.
Well, the people from the museum have been out and they've sort of tidied it up, and I think they've secured it now because the local Herberts had got hold of that and wrecked it a little bit. So yeah, hopefully that's now a bit more secure. There's another bit of the airfield's history that should be preserved. Hard to imagine, isn't it, that field there was actually hard stands there. There would have been planes being armed up and repaired. Pretty much all the way round, really. Hard stands all the way around the airfield. You start looking out. Now looking out towards the main runway and across around here. You got the North Taxiway there, Perry Track.
Yes, your boy.
What's left of it. Obviously this would have continued on further round this way. Gone on a big loop round the back, round the other side, and there is a bit just the other side there where Wood Lane comes up and goes onto a bit of the old Perry Track on the south side. This is north, this is north. Yep. That's south that way, so yeah. But yeah, there's a bit, still some of it surviving.
If you look closely on an aerial view, you can kind of see where it was.
Yeah, on the Google Maps and whatnot, you can see shadows of the old runways and things, or what were here. Yeah, they aren't entirely gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we are. We're on the on the balcony. We're now going to head up to the top and have a look at the glass house up the top. Yeah. Nice day for it. Good. So typically East Anglian sky. So that's pretty good, isn't it? So hope you're enjoying this video. There we go, up the top. Look round. So that's the glass house. We'll have a nip in there a little bit when it's sort of quieting down a bit. But yeah, so we're on the roof of the control tower. As I've said in previous videos, you can imagine them standing up here, obviously watching them take off, going out on their missions, and anxiously waiting as they came back one by one, counting them back in again. Obviously looking for who didn't make it back, sadly. A lot of them didn't. Yeah, so it does bring the reality of war home to you in a lot of ways. And it's a lovely tribute to the guys that spent 2 years of their lives, and many who paid the ultimate price to give us the freedoms that we enjoy today. So, yeah.
They're playing it for you, there you go.
I'll stand 15 there somewhere. See a lot of the technical site there. So there you go, that was the 100th Bomb Group Memorial Museum at Thorpe Abbotts. Yeah, if you've never been, well worth a visit. It's free of charge, but we always like to spend a little bit of money in a souvenir shop just to help support the museum in a lot of ways. Just keep it going, and yeah, so get yourselves down here. Right, that's another video done, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.